Start with the opening statement from Coach and then take questions after, so keep your hands up, please.
Yeah, so we finished up that 7-game stretch with 7 tough high majors, 5-2. You know, learned a lot. Would like to have had a little bit better record, but definitely could have been worse. And now we've got plenty of stuff we got to work on. So now, kind of the question I pose to guys is, can we work on it even when we know we're a better team? Can we come into the game with the right mindset to continue to work on the things we said we need to work on after we played those 7 games and get better at it? So, you know, we've got a good opportunity here. One of our key points on defense was our defensive rebounding. You know, this team's, I think, 8th in the country offensive rebounds per game, which is pretty impressive. So we're gonna have to keep them off the glass. North Dakota. So, you know, this will be a fun trip for us. Maybe it's a little cold up there, but you know, we obviously did it for Grant. We try to take care of our guys when we can. So obviously no big time high major programs up there, but they've got some pretty good basketball. North Dakota's done a good job. I think Coach Sather, I believe I pronounce it right. Coach Sather's done a pretty good job. They've won a decent amount of games in his years there. They kind of helped us out with the game, kind of called us. You know, we're playing it in their arena, so I'm sure it'll be packed. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing this is the highest ranked team they've had come into that arena. So it'll be good. We obviously did it for get Grant playing back close to family, so hopefully a lot of Grant's family and friends and people he went to school with. I think it's about an hour and a half away in Devils Lake from Grand Forks, so hopefully they'll be there. We'll get a decent crowd for us and for him. But you know, they're a team that's won a fair amount of games and does a decent job, and we know we're better than them, but we've got to come in focused, play well in that game, and then we've got one more before Christmas against Kent State, and then go head to Christmas break, and then come back, get one more, and then we're into the, you know, the SEC's best conference, and looks like college basketball history from some of the stuff I'm reading. So no easy games, and we've got 3 games to get better at a lot of things, and this will be the first one of those 3.
Start with Blake.
Yeah, Nate, over these next 3 games, just what do you want to see from a rotation standpoint as far as kind of working in like Houston Millett and Chris Youngblood and getting them up to speed?
Yeah, obviously we got to get Chris playing a few more minutes and continue to knock the rust off him, because we know what he's capable of and what we need out of him. He's a great kid. I thought, we had a good practice today. You know, the issue is, you know, it's not just his ankle, it's when you don't play for 6+ months or whatever it was he's been out. Everything's got to get in shape, you know. Your conditioning's got to get back up to speed, your other parts of your body, your knee, your hips got to be able to move. It's all of it. So it's like we're trying to get him back up to speed. We've focused all this on his ankle, but some of this stuff can't really work basketball wise until his ankle was better. And now that his ankle's pretty much better, everything else has to kind of get in shape. So it's going to take him a little bit to get back. So we're going to try to play him some more minutes. You know, it's hard playing 11 guys. We got to get the rotation trimmed down. We're not ready to trim it down yet. We'll probably play 3 more games where we're kind of going with 11 guys and have to try to figure it out kind of from there.
Charlie.
We heard from Grant before you came in here, but just what was your kind of perception of his reaction when he heard the news that you guys were playing a game at his home state?
You know what? I don't know if I was around him when he heard, to be honest with you. I mean, he's kind of fired up. We put a graphic up in video today. The last time he was at this place, I think he dropped 36 points on him. So he had some success there. Now he's probably got a little bit more balanced team he's running in there with this time. So I'm not sure he's going to match the 36, but I think he's excited. I've talked to his dad. His dad sent me a text showing me the lake and the ice depth and get your vehicles out on the lake. That's kind of going back up where I grew up, and get some ice fishing, drive your truck right onto the lake in winter and drill a hole down through all the ice and do some ice fishing. So I don't know that we're gonna get out and do some ice fishing up there, but you know, I don't mind being up there for a little bit. I'm not planning on moving back up north where you gotta deal with all the cold ice the entire winter. It's kind of nice down here where it's 70 degrees. But Grant's fired up. It'd be good to see his family. It'd be good for him to see his family, and you know, hopefully we can go up there and get better at basketball as well.
Jeff.
And you talked last night kind of about, you know, when you were looking back at the Creighton film, it wasn't necessarily, as they got back in the game, it wasn't necessarily one thing you did wrong, but just about kind of doing the things right consistently. Is there a way you're able to kind of coach that in terms of helping the guys closing games, or is that just kind of an experience thing as
Well,
sort of time goes?
So they got back in the game twice, in my opinion. They got back in the game in the first half when we had them down 17, and to me, that was more, we just started taking bad shots, you know, and I don't think anybody consciously, purposely tried to go get theirs, you know, after we got a lead. But like, I think guys, all right, we've got the lead, and they get a little comfortable, and they're not as in tune with what. And I think we went 0 for 8 from 3 to kind of close the half, if I remembering correctly. And I think 6 of those 8 threes we missed were contested threes that we shouldn't have taken. So I think we let them back in the game the first half, then we built the lead up the second half, and then let them back in the last kind of 6 minutes of the second half. And I think the end of the game, which I think maybe is what you're referring to, there was lots of mental mistakes defensively. You know, make an adjustment at the timeout. We come out, obviously weren't paying attention to the timeout because we don't do what we said we were going to do, and we give up a 3. Then we mess up our stack pick and roll coverage every which way possible. You could mess it up. Like, and we gave up everything in that. So, you know, we've kind of reviewed that. You know, if anybody watches that game, we'll probably get run 50 stack pick and roll plays on us. So, you know, we got to clean our coverages up. But we've got some guys that are really talented, want to be good, don't quite realize the mental side of it, staying locked in on every possession to close the game. And we got to play every possession. We can't play the score. We've got to be locked in and try to get stops every possession. So, you know, stack pick and roll coverage, if you want to say one thing, that was the biggest thing caused problems. But we've gone through that. It's more of a focused, trying to dominate every possession on both sides of the ball for the entire 40 minutes was the bigger issue, in my opinion, because if we'd been locked in, we could have handled some of that stuff a little bit better than what we did.
North Dakota guard Tristan Eaglestaff leads the Summit League in points per game and doesn't have a game under 12 points this season. Just what have you really seen from him, and what's been the message to Mark and LeBaron about defending him?
Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's a good shooter, can get to the rim, get to the free throw line. I mean, he's good. So, and they know he's good, and they get him the ball all kinds of different ways. So, you know, the message is, like, we're not going under ball screens and go under and he hits a 3, like, it's gonna be an issue. So, you know, we're gonna have to, you know, we may not just guard him with our kind of guard Sears and LeBaron. We may put some size on him like we've done in the past, like we did with RJ Davis, and try to make things a little bit more difficult for them. If we do that, then Mark and LeBaron got to do a better job boxing guys out to keep them off, because they do have some size, like positional size at some of the other spots. So we'll see how the game's going. Hopefully, you know, the guard matchups can do a good job on him. Like I said, if we need to go with some more bigger wings, Jaron, Darian, Diabate, you know, we've got that option, which is nice. We've got different options to kind of put on some of these guards this year.
Anyone else? Sweet. Thank you,
All
Coach.
right, thanks. Appreciate it.